Cześć, witam Was bardzo serdecznie. Ja jestem Duszgrom i zapraszam Was na kolejną serię na moim kanale, a mianowicie Blair Witch, część trzecia, Elly Keadward. I teraz zaczniemy sobie rozgrywkę i zobaczymy, jakie przygody będą czekać nas w tej części. Jakiś kościółek czy coś? Tak by to wyglądało, jakaś biblioteczka. A co chyba będzie główna postać?
Baltimore, Maryland, February 19, 1786. My dear friend and trusted advisor, regretfully, I must inform you that I shall not be returning to Baltimore in the spring. I cannot, in good conscience, return to my position as a shepherd to the faithful. How can I lead my flock when I myself have lost my way? Before I can ever preach again, I must rediscover my own faith. I have come to question the very nature of good and evil. I have seen bloodshed in the name of God and witnessed his children sowing the seeds of evil. I cannot escape my intuition that our good Christian faith blinds us to the greater evil that exists within our midst. Tomorrow, I travel to Blair Township. Doubtless you have heard of their recent demonic plight. I know not what manner of evil plagues Blair, but I go to find the true nature of God, and in the process, myself, your humble servant and eternal friend, Jonathan Prye.
Ktoś tu biegnie. Mam prawem zagadać.
My good lady, where are your townspeople going?
Out of Blair. It is the den of Satan. The witch feasts on our children.
What witch? Explain yourself, woman.
God help you if you go to Blair.
Także gramy Jonathanem Prye'em, który pojawił się w pierwszej części w Rastinie parze i tam właśnie objawił się jako duch, gdzie właśnie pomógł naszej bohaterce, zostawił notatki nawet na Coffin Rock. Także teraz będziemy nim grać. Muszę wam przyznać, że ciekawie się zapowiada. Zobaczymy, jak fabuła się rozwinie.
Gentlemen, can you tell me, please, where are all the people going?
It's the witch! Elly Keadward!
Never speak her name, boy.
Good sir, I implore you, what terrifies the people so?
God has forsaken us into the arms of evil. Go back to where you came from, friend, before it's too late.
Tell me, is there anyone in town? Anyone who can help me? I've come to fight the evil here.
Sir, you are a fool if you stay here. But the town's magistrate, Jonah, and Father Goodfellow have stayed behind. Jonah is located in the courthouse, and Father Goodfellow is in the church.
Także musimy iść do sędzi i do kapelana. Idziemy najpierw do sędzi. Do sędziego. Dokładnie rzecz mówiąc, on chyba tu będzie.
I would welcome you, good sir, but I cannot imagine what your purpose would be in traveling here. Tell me, what is your name and what business do you have here?
I am Jonathan Prye. I've heard stories of an evil that plagues your town. I've come to offer my assistance.
Prye? I've heard that name. A witch hunter.
I have been known as such.
Well, I will tell you this, witch hunter. Our town has indeed been vexed by unexplainable occurrences. Several of the town's children have disappeared, but we have no need for the interference of outsiders.
Your children are disappearing. Your townsfolk are fleeing and speaking of witches and demons, and still you refuse my help?
The people can be forgiven for jumping to a supernatural conclusion. They fear for the well-being of their children. But this is an official matter. I have 2 suspects in my custody now. I appreciate your offer, but your help is not needed here.
The stories speak of a witch.
Yes, we've sown the seeds of our own local legend with that one, I'm afraid.
Tell me about her.
Nothing to tell, really. An old woman named Elly Keadward was found guilty of practicing witchcraft, and in accordance with local laws, she was banished from the town.
Banished?
Yes, she was tied to a wheelbarrow, dragged into the woods, and left for dead. The winters are harsh here, and no one could survive in the deep woods without shelter, especially an old woman.
But how can you be sure?
We've sent several search parties into the woods, both to look for the missing children and the remains of the witch. Neither has been found.
But the children? What else could explain the disappearances?
Most likely they've gone into hiding. After Elly was banished, the children's imaginations began to run wild.
But you mentioned suspects.
Yes. I am awaiting the arrival of troops to escort 2 prisoners to Baltimore for trial. And one of them, a woman named Elizabeth Styler, is suspected of witchcraft.
Do you think she is involved in the disappearances?
I found her lying on the floor in the Kedward home. She was mumbling strange phrases. Around her were the remains of dead animals, arranged in a strange pattern. I arrested her for suspicion of practicing the black arts.
Who is the other prisoner?
Our town drunk, Hiram Heathtoe. We found him hiding in Smith's barn in town. He's always been a bit crazy. But now he insists that he was hiding from a witch or some other form of demonic being. We arrested him for stealing a chicken from one of the local farmers. Until the troops arrive, I will be conducting a more thorough investigation.
I would like to question your prisoners. With your permission, of course.
You're a man who doesn't take no for an answer, witch hunter. I don't see any use in talking to a drunk and a delusional woman, but you may see them. But I warn you, witch hunter, do not interfere with my investigation. Here is the key to the jail.
Zbieram
I
klątwę
assure
i
you
idziemy.
that I will stay out of your way. My offer stands. I am at your service if there is anything I can do.
If you truly believe that this is a matter of witchcraft, you might consider a visit to Coffin Rock.
What is Coffin Rock?
Coffin Rock has been the source of legend for generations. Some say from the time before this area was even settled by the white man. Most of the townsfolk whisper the name and would never venture there. But it seems to me that a witch hunter would be interested in a place like that.
Perhaps after talking to your prisoners.
Here is a map to Coffin Rock. It lies near the center of the forest. If you find anything that will be of use to me, report back here immediately.
Weź tę mapę. Dobra.
You should go to the church and speak with Father Goodfellow. He may have other information that may interest you.
Ale najpierw... trafić zaginioną osobę i... Wciskam tej... No pewnie o to chodzi. Aha, tu nie ma. Tak, czy może jeszcze z tym kapłanem? Z więźniami i Coffin Rock. Dobra, okej. Dobra. No to idziemy. A, ciekawe czy mogę broń mu zabrać. Ale Chyba nie. No, za dobrze było. Dobra, to... Gdzieś wyjście było. Aha, dobra. Latarka, klucz do więzienia. Wis z zaginioną osobą. Okej, dobra. Mapa Coffin Rock. Ułatwi poruszanie się po Coffin Rock. No tak słaba ta mapa. Pamiętnik Prye. Aha, to jest to, dobra, okej. Ja to oczywiście najpierw zapiszę i pójdę najpierw. W sumie można do tego więzienia iść. Tuż grom. Coś mi się wydaje, że to chyba tutaj będzie. O, właśnie tak. Użyłem klucza.
Who are you? What do you
A, ten
want?
pieczyna.
I told that damn Jonah I ain't got nothing to do with anything. Can't you all leave me be? At least give me a damn drink. My name is Jonathan Prye. I want to talk to you about the strange events that have befallen your town. I ain't got nothing to say unless I have something to drink. I left my bottle of whiskey in that old barn. Bring it to me and I might be willing to talk to you. I'm not sure Jonah would like it if I gave you liquor. Well, you ain't getting an ounce of information out of me until I have my whiskey.
No to chlory jeden. Tak go suszy, że nie chce gadać. O, to jeden hulcot. I to, żeby jeszcze piw. Łycki mu się zachciał. No, tylko by też pił, okej. Zadanko. Drogę po miasto. No i trochę łychy, tak? No to idziemy. Najpierw to załatwimy, a potem pójdziemy do księdza. No na pewno coś będzie. Jeszcze słychać. Jak tu teraz broń schować? Żeby po prostu wyjść może. Ale to nic nie daje. Czekajcie chwilę, sprawdzę jak to się broń chowa w ogóle. Do tego akurat nie pamiętam. Sterowanie, sterowanko. Naprzód do tyłu. Idź użyj przedmiotu. Enter. Latarka, dziennik. Wyciągnij. Teraz możemy zobaczyć. Powinno już działać. O. I o to właśnie chodziło.
I should give this to Hiram.
Dobra, mamy jego łychę. A to po prostu mój błąd, bo nie przemieniłem klawiszy. Dlatego też nie mogłem nic zbierać. O właśnie. Tu było. Dobra, mamy jakieś afisze. Ale teraz idziemy do naszego koleżki. Zobaczymy co nam teraz powie. Skoro musi żąpnąć, żeby coś powiedzieć, to musi być poważna sprawa. I jesteśmy znowu w lożkach.
Did you find it?
Is this what you're looking for?
There it is. Oh, come here, my precious. I have missed you. Thank you, Mr. Prye. Now tell me, what do you want to know?
Tell me about Elly Keadward.
The Blair Witch. I told that damn Jonah not to do anything so foolish as to send her into the woods. She will be the death of us all, Mr. Prye. I'm sure of it. She has dark knowledge that can send us all into Satan's arms. She's come back to drag us to the bowels of hell. Look at me. I hid for days from these evil deeds. Smith's barn. I only came out when I was hungry. Potter says I stole a chicken from him, so they throw me in here, defenseless. It's only a matter of time before the devil finds me here. Shh! We must speak quietly. One of the devil's disciples shares this very jail with me.
But Hiram, I can hear you just fine. You can't hide from me, friend.
Please, Mr. Prye, I beg of you. If you have power over the evil that plagues this town, start here with the wickedness that lurks in this jail.
Why have they imprisoned you, good lady?
They accuse me of heresy. I'm guilty of nothing other than being in Elly Keadward's house.
The magistrate said you were behaving strangely.
Strangely? Yes. Would not anyone behave strangely after seeing the terrors I beheld? When I entered the house, I was greeted with the stench of death. Slaughtered animals, entrails asunder. It was all too much. I was paralyzed with fear. When Jonah found me, I was still out of my senses. That could not have been my work. I could never have done that to those animals.
But why? Why were you in Elly's house in the first place?
She calls me.
Elly? She calls you?
Yes, she calls for help. Elly is not evil. She is only misunderstood, as am I. She did not harm any of those children. Elly was the one that taught me the ways of the craft before they banished her. I've not seen her since that wretched day.
So, you admit to being a witch?
Yes, but no one knew. I kept it a private matter, lest I end up dead like Elly. I'm not an evil woman. Does the mere practice of witchcraft make me so?
I hear stories of walking dead, of children disappearing, of all sorts of strange things. Surely nothing good or pure could bring about such horror. These events are somehow related to each other, and I am here to find out why.
But I've done nothing wrong. They call me a heretic, simply for violating their principles of Christianity.
I am going to Coffin Rock today to investigate these events. Then we shall see what form of evil is at work in this town.
But I've done nothing wrong. They call me a heretic, simply for violating their principles of Christianity.
A co nam ten ma do powiedzenia?
Please, Mr. Prye, I beg of you. If you have power over the evil that plagues this town, start here.
Dobrze, czy ja już nic nie mam do powiedzenia nowego. Także idziemy do klapy. A ksiądz był tutaj chyba. Tak jest.
Good day, Father. I am Jonathan Prye. I've come to investigate the strange events that have plagued your town.
Welcome, welcome, my son. I am Father Hale Goodfellow. A demonic evil has infested our once peaceful town. The people flee in terror. I have prayed that someone will be able to rid this place of her. God willing, you are that man.
Her? Do you mean Elly Keadward? Do you believe she's the Blair Witch?
Oh, I am certain of it, my son. I discovered her diabolic ways some time ago. And though Jonah finally banished her to the woods, I fear she has escaped and is now exacting her revenge upon the poor souls of this town.
It was you who discovered that she practiced witchcraft? Tell me, Father. Tell me what happened.
She worked her evil charms on the children of Blair. One of these children, a young girl named Isabel Abel, confided in me, and hence the witch was found out.
What sort of evil charms?
No one knows. The children said that she lured them to her house and drew their blood. It was on this basis that I accused her of witchcraft. What other reasonable explanation could there be? I reported my findings to the magistrate, and she was found guilty.
Strange behavior, to be sure. But what other evidence do you have of her witchcraft?
It is the very children who accused her that have gone missing. In my mind, this means that the witch has survived her punishment, or worse, returned from the dead to seek her vengeance.
Tell me what you know about the prisoners that Jonah has locked up in jail.
Hiram is harmless enough. He is weak and drinks too much, and I believe that Jonah has him locked up for his own safety. The woman, Elizabeth Styler, is an entirely different story. She is in league with the devil, and her soul must be cleansed. It is for our own safety that I placed a ward on her cell, binding her from using her pagan magic. I cannot help but believe that she has conspired with the Kedward Witch and is connected to the missing children.
You are so convinced of your truth, Father. I wish I could be so sure.
What troubles you, my son? You act as if you've lost your faith.
I have.
You must believe in yourself and in God. He has placed you here to test you, and it is only your faith that will allow you to succeed.
Then pray for me, Father, for my faith has rotted. God has left me, and I abandon him in return.
If you have lost your faith, why did you come here?
I came here to discover or rediscover what I truly believe, but each passing moment leaves me more confused. Perhaps I should leave this place before I bring the wrath of God down upon us all.
You will find your faith again, my son, and it shall be stronger than ever. You must believe that God has sent you on this great journey to help not only the children of Blair, but yourself as well.
Yes, the children.
There are things I must tell you. Strange things that I have witnessed firsthand.
What kinds of things?
Graves have been defiled, corpses missing, and one night as I walked home through the forest, I saw the undead roaming through the woods. At first I thought my eyes were failing me. I'm not as young as I used to be. But I ventured close enough to see them, disfigured and demon-eyed, and smell them. Oh, I tell you, my son, the smell was horrible. They chased me, and I feared for my life. It was a truly horrific experience.
Could it have been a dream?
I wish it had been, but it was real. And a few nights later, I began hearing a voice beckoning me. Now I realize it was the witch. The voice was strange, garbled, but at the same time, gentle and alluring. I found it impossible to resist and ventured into the woods. I don't know the woods well, and it was very dark. I was lost after only a few moments. It was then that the voice became threatening, demonic. It became obvious that it was the witch and that I was in the presence of the devil himself.
That is a strange tale, Father.
There are many things here that are strange. I pray that you will uncover the truth, my son, and spare our poor town from this blight.
I will do what I can. Whatever truth lies in those woods, I will seek it out.
Dobra. Także musimy teraz jeszcze zbadać Coffin Rock. Póki co. Taką mamy misję. Przejdźmy tutaj. I teraz. Iść tutaj.
The gate is sealed. What form of magic blocks my way?
Nie, to chyba nie czary. Musimy iść na Coffin Rock. Ale zanim tam ruszymy, bo to chyba tam trzeba iść. Klasycznie trzeba zapisać grę. Tak jest. I można ruszać dalej. To chyba tędy? Tak? Dokładnie tak. Teraz w ogóle jakaś mapa, cokolwiek. Miasteczko Blair, Coffin Rock. Dobra, to mamy zaznaczone, gdzie trzeba iść. Ale to kontynuację tej podróży przez las to dopiero będzie w kolejnym odcinku. Tak już będę powoli kończyć. To był też taki wprowadzający odcineczek i tylko dość dużo dialogów. Ale dzięki temu też właśnie poznaliśmy taki zarys właśnie fabuły. trochę o postaci, trochę o tej sytuacji, która się dzieje, a kontynuacja tej przygody będzie w kolejnych odcinkach. Także dziękuję, że oglądacie i widzimy się w kolejnym. Cześć!